What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the kitchen table where business gets done. I've got my good friend and the gentleman that was effectively responsible for the vet in studio today. And if you know anything about me, you remember my vet. That was my baby. But Ash from Carrera Performance.
Yep.
I'll make sure I'm saying that right. I should know because it's been a whole lot of money with you guys. But how you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. Everything's been solid.
Bring that directional mic right on.
This is most definitely my first time doing a podcast.
Right onto your face. Because look. We're going to do a testy tester send.
Okay, like right here.
If you do this and you talk over here, they won't be able to hear you. But if you talk right here, it's going to be just fine.
Keep it close to the face. Like,
there you
that's
go.
Good? Sweet.
If you want to put the headphones on, you can. It's up to you. You'll hear yourself, so at least you'll know when you are. But I've been doing this for a while.
I think it'll be good. I'll try to keep the mic in front of me.
Yeah, it's a directional mic, folks. So look, if you're on a podcast and you have a directional mic, you're going to want to talk in the direction of said mic so as to keep from sounding like this when you're talking over here. The more you know. All right. So we're gonna start over. All right. We'll just keep all that. Yeah. We're just gonna keep it all in here. Keep it raw.
Because that was a pretty good segment. Starter.
It was actually it was good. If you want to know some details on how to talk into a mic, there you go. But first of all, how was the whole year? I've sold the vet back in the beginning of this year, and I feel like for 2 years we were building that.
So the new owner of that, like one of my friend's shops, like it went there directly, and Derek was still tuning it at another shop afterwards.
I know. I gave him.
So I thought it was pretty cool. I had to give him like a slight rundown on it. But
in Jersey, right?
Yeah, it went up to Jersey.
Yeah, he said Derek was still the one. I was like, he hit me a couple months ago, and we got married, and was like, bro, I didn't know who it was. I mean, if you listen to this, I just didn't save the number, bro, and I just got text talking about I got my dream wife, my dream marriage, and my dream car, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw the picture, and he had the car in his wedding. So I was like, hey, man, if it had to go to anybody, first of all, he got a fucking deal. And he knows he got a deal because he thought it was some bullshit, which if...
you let that car go for the low. Like...
I just got fucking tired of dealing. I mean, that just goes to show you a level of impatience that is not smart, but... I saw what it was going for. I mean, whatever. I won't make the mistake again. But honestly, man, I was over it. If I'm being really honest, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't have sold it. I didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like that amount of money was inconsequential and ended up being like insignificant after it was all said and done. But I thought like this year was going to be this year where I'm like, I don't give a shit, man. I'm going to get something else by spring. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it just didn't happen. So I cannot wait for this coming spring. Because the way I operate is I don't want to go get something, like unless if it doesn't make sense to get it, I ain't gonna get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be the dude where I've worked for people, plenty of people, where it's like everybody knows where we're at, and you're pulling up in a Bentley. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like there's no way to run a business, in my opinion. So come spring, when our cup runneth over and everybody's eating. And I'll have sold and did this and did that. But I'm excited to get something and we can start playing with it again. I really want to get that new ZR1, dude.
Those cars are freaking wicked, bro. Like, it's crazy.
I told Chris, and he was like, it's going to be next to impossible. I'm like, I hear you. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try.
I'm pretty sure it's doable. The markup is just insane on them right now.
So if I'm willing to pay the markup, it's probably doable. Because, I mean, like, it's just like I feel like the Z06 was. Meaning... they're on allocation. No one knows who's going to get what. So, like, when they're like, oh, I got a guy that'll take your money, I'm like, well, okay. You know what I mean? Like, what does that mean? Because unless you're the first one on that list, and he can guarantee that when he gets one, I will get the first one, of what value is that? You know what I'm saying? Because now you're just going to some dude who's taking, like, all right, well, you're number 5 when I get 5 in. Maybe. And that's assuming because, like, the one I went to originally was straight up with me. Like, look, the first 1 or 2 is going to the owners. I'm like, damn. But
I feel like every place is like that. And, like, VIN 001, that's going to be like a Barrett Jackson car for sure. Like, it'll be pretty high in price.
What does that mean?
So there's a Barrett Jackson auction for, like, rare vehicles. Usually the first production VIN of that car, or any car, like, usually is of the highest value. First and last,
so the first
usually.
Literal first production.
Yes. First and last production vehicle of, like, most of anything. Usually
shit, I didn't
goes
know
there
that.
for auction.
So that's how you get your van, like 001, 002.
Yeah.
Damn. My car is old.
Well, every car, like when they first come out, has like a number. So like the first one that comes off the assembly line has a 001 in the VIN, all the way up to how many ever cars they make.
001, 2, 3, 4, 5, huh? Well, I want one. So if you're listening to this, help a brother out. Because I'm trying to get it. But I'm going to get it. And I'm going to manifest that. Come spring. About around the time they come out this coming year.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like what a lot of people are doing now is they're building the Z06s and even like the Stingrays.
So if you hadn't understood this yet, I apologize, viewers, because you just are like, what in the heck? Ash owns Carrera Performance, which is a high-performance car shop, I guess. How else should I describe
It's
that?
a pretty much all-in-one speed shop. We do
Speed shop.
performance. We do general maintenance. We do dyno tunes. We do everything under the sun as far as performance to a lot of the domestic cars.
And that's located here locally, which is why he's in. Where's the shop at?
We're in Jessup.
Jessup.
Yeah.
It's a nice shop, dude. It's big. It's got a whole lot. It's nice. So he's in Jessup, and he has helped me with several cars now. Helped really just build the entire Z06 C7, not C8. But I want the ZR1. And I wouldn't even mind the old one, but I just want the new. Now I want the C8 model. I just want something brand new, dude, for once. I don't really want it like, it doesn't even have, yeah, it does. I would like it to be brand new. Like just brand new. Brand new, brand new. I don't know. Because if I don't do that, then I'm going to get like a McLaren or something. I mean, that's what I just, or I won't get anything. Look, I'm not going to make a foolish purchase. I'm going to aim for the stars, set myself up, make it happen, or I ain't going to get it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go broke trying to get some dumb shit. That's one thing your boy will not do. I'm too old. Look, I'm turning 40
There's definitely a
this year.
lot of options out there as far as like for what the price they're trying to sell the C8 ZR1s at. There's a lot of stuff. I want to say they're going to be going 250
Oh,
plus.
fuck no. Hell no. Yeah,
I think the MSRP is like 190 or 200, and everybody's adding 50,000 on top of that.
Yeah. I'm like,
So-
well, you just go get yourself a Ferrari or
Like a legit,
McLaren.
yeah,
Legit
a supercar. Yeah.
Which I guess is the ZR1. Technically.
I
now.
will say the ZR1, 1,000 horsepower out the factory with a warranty, you cannot beat that. Like, that's their way of like coming into that supercar market, because not any of the supercars.
Most of them don't have that.
I don't think they're all making 1,000, like the Bugatti is.
Right, but you.
Like we're comparing
Okay,
a
that's a-
ZR1 to a Bugatti.
Right. Which is one of my, ironically, one of my the mentor that I would say that I argue to most closely want to follow and replicate. His name is Kurt Lennington, and he has this pristine, beautiful car collection. And he started in roofing and sold his business, and now he's in private equity. I believe he's the CEO of the private equity company that bought his company, but it could be, I'm pretty sure he is. Just goes to show you what a badass he is. But I say all that to say, like, the dude started in roofing, great businessman, really started in LA Fitness. He's just a great business person. Sold his business in roofing a couple years back for a lot of money, and now he has, like, Bugatti, like, one of 13. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, ones where I'm like, this is probably a $500,000 car. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe more. I don't know. And then he went over to, is it Switzerland? Koenigsegg?
Yeah.
Is it Swiss? Switzerland? Or is
Koenigsegg
it
is-
Germany? What is that?
I honestly don't.
I don't know. He went out there and met with the dude from Koenigsegg, and I was like, tight. I didn't know what the hell that was. He just sent it to me. I was like, oh, shit, this is hard, dude. I mean, what a life, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
coming
for sure.
from, this guy came here from South Africa. He reminds me a lot of me. It's just different circumstances. Mine was more self-inflicted, but coming from nothing and just to that, you know what I mean? Is very encouraging because, I mean, dudes, we're living a rock star life now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So his car collection is shit that, like, most basketball players and shit could hope to get. You know what I mean? So Speaking of which, how was this past year for you, man? I know it was kind of a difficult year for everybody, but
I would say in comparison, like I've been doing this for 4 years now. This will be my 4th year. I would say it was pretty much on a decline compared to all the other ones.
yeah, I would agree.
I started in COVID, and it was worse than COVID this year for me.
Yeah, so did I. It's actually funny. We're right in line. Year 4 will be in January. So, yeah, we really been going. And, you know, I had a different business at the time, but it was the same business, just with a partner. But when I went out on my own and we split, it was 4 years ago in January. But I agree. It was way better then. And people were thinking, like, there's no way.
I don't know what it was during that year. Like, everybody was getting stimulus checks. You're getting $1,200 in the mail, and you're coming to me to spend $10,000 off of this one check you got. Like, it was a crazy time. Like,
I mean,
I don't know how that you were getting enabled to spend that much money off of getting a check.
Dude, there was some wild stuff between PPP loans and business loans.
And that's what I'm starting to learn, too. I was, like, looking into all that stuff because I didn't think I qualified for it at the time. So I never looked into it, but I noticed a lot of people were still getting those.
Now?
No, at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not now.
Yeah, we, I think we did both. This is 2 companies ago, but the one thing, fortunately, I was all over to make sure, like, yo, we actually use this the right way and get it written off, I suppose, or whatever. Like, you get forgiven as long as you did it, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could prove, like, hey, this went to payroll and all that stuff. And so,
right.
I mean, it was small, but still, it was easy to prove. But the SBA loan was so low interest rates, like, why would we not do this? You know what I mean? So, yeah. What, I mean, do you think, so now you're in a market which is like, would you agree it's more of a want? You know what I'm saying? It's not a need. It's just a performance shop.
Right.
Have you seen an uptick towards the end of this year? I have.
Towards the end of the year, yes. I would say between November and now.
November and now?
Yeah, like end of November up till now. Yeah. Yeah, we got Mr.
Start
Orange.
spending some money in November.
We got Mr. Orange back in the office, right? So, yeah, I wouldn't say
Give
that's
a
direct
damn,
correlation, but
right.
yeah, definitely a huge uptick in comparison to the rest of the year. And this is my slow season. So just
Winter.
like
Yeah, same here.
winter
by the way.
is slow season for us, and we usually work on like longer projects, not a lot of in and out work. So just to have that uptick during this time was a little crazy for us.
Yeah, same here. Same here. We did our 2 best months the last 2 months of the year, which is never what we do.
Right.
But same thing. So I'm hoping we ride that into January, which I believe we will. But I think next year, projections are, what do you think next year is going to look like? Do you have any projections?
We're definitely going to, if it goes with the trend of what the last couple of months were like, it's going to be a pretty good year. So
I hear, come April, things will stabilize a lot more and people will be in a spot to spend more money.
Right.
I also heard there was a car bubble coming, and that might be true, but I guess you can just, that'll probably be good for you because people will be purchasing. Some people will have to sell their overpriced cars, but other people will be purchasing them at a low cost and subsequently probably bringing them to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So either way, you win there.
Right.
Because I know I will. So what's it like? So what are your plans? Any plans on expansion for this year, like services?
As far as services, we were focused more on like the performance stuff, and as we moved into our new location, we started adding the general service. But from here, we want to start
location in Jessup.
Yeah, so originally we started in Beltsville, and you even started with us over there too at our warehouse. So we gradually grew from there, and we bought our own location in Jessup, and from there we started adding general service, and we were doing used car sales on the side, kind of, but we want to push that more coming into this year to increase sales. That's one of the main things. I do feel like as far as performance, the market has gotten saturated this past year too. I would say by the year and a half, a lot of people have started doing it in the area, and I could say that might have been potentially why sales might be down just a little bit.
Market saturation definitely has impacted me as well. So I mean that's a factor for sure. That on top of socioeconomic downturn is not going to help anything. So it could just be another piece as to why, but
Well, I mean,
definitely why. It's definitely a part for me.
right. And for something like that, like, it's really just about longevity and being consistent. So, like, whether you're having a really peak season or slow season, as long as you're consistent with what you're doing, you can outlast even the new guys if they're not doing the proper things coming into the industry as well.
They won't make it a year or 2 years, dude.
Right.
They won't make it.
And that's what they say when you start a new business. If you don't make it past the first year or two, you're not going to succeed. So
No, and you guys are already there. So I'd be curious to see that used car sales. I have a good friend of mine I can connect you with. We were just talking about that the other day. I was like, maybe one day I might have been because I talked to you. Like, I'll do a car lot. He comes from cars. A lot of my guys, a couple of my guys come from cars. And he was like, dude, the money's in used cars. Have you looked into that?
yeah, like, we do it.
Do use cars.
We do use car sales kind of on the side, not like full blown, but we do go to the auction. There's, like, I can't get into too much detail about it, I would say, but you get your car from the auction, resale it from there. Every car is going to be a little different. You're not going to make money on every single one, but I would say it's more of a volume game. That's where you get your money from that. So you just have to sell volume.
And you're going to be putting more of an emphasis on that this year?
Yeah. As far as
You're still
performance,
going to call it Carrera?
yeah, it's still all Carrera Performance. It's all under the umbrella. As far as performance, I don't think there's much need for expansion as far as what we're doing right now in that sense. We are increasing, like, the level of power each build makes slowly and slowly. So
where's your average right now?
Like, as far as what cars make, over the past couple of years, the cars are coming in stock, and they're making at least 800 horsepower, 800 to 1200, 1300 range. That's around where we're at right now. And the way the industry is going, these people are pushing them more and more.
Well, you got to.
It's gonna just keep going higher and higher.
It used to be like getting 1,000 horsepower. I was like, oh my God. Now it's like, well, they're getting ready to come out with 1,000 horsepower. Is that bet?
Just 6-7 years ago, if you had 600 horsepower, like, you were, like, doing something. So, like, that's a crazy trajectory. It's been going up. And a lot of people don't realize, they see videos online, oh, this car's making 1,000, stock engine, this, that. They don't see the behind the scenes of everything that's breaking every other weekend. So they get this false narrative that their car is going to be, like, completely reliable. So, I have to disclose that information. Like, hey, I want to spend $20,000, but this is my daily driver. It cannot break on
stupid,
me.
Dude.
Like, I was like, bro, horsepower and reliability are not best friends.
No.
So they're not going to correlate with each other.
The more we start doing to this, the more. And that is when I was like, all right, I'm good, dude. Because truly, I was just like, and it wasn't my daily, but, like, my anxiety, man, is just.
I mean, you're a spirited driver for sure.
I need to get more, like, relaxed into where I'm like, I got like 5 of these. Because that car was so important to me that it was like, this is not healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time something happened, I'm like, what's that noise? What's that smell? What's that this? I was just like, dude, I can't. My wife was like, you just need to get rid of this.
And being new coming into that, like, I can fully understand that anxiety. So, I mean, it's just something that I took it as I wanted to teach you as also every time you had a question, like, I was there to try to
and you're also
help you
very
out with that.
patient. You're good with stuff with guys like me. You know what I mean? Because I'm very high energy, high emotion. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're very like, hey, man, here's the deal, whatever. But I knew I was, sometimes I was right. Sometimes I never know. That's the problem. I don't know. I have no idea. I just, something like this happens, and I'm like, this is happening. What is, you know what I mean? My wife was like, this isn't for you right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
She's like, and now I'm like, I want to get back. But I didn't plan very well. I would say plan on it. Like he said, like, you want to do a bill. But, like, your daily driver, shit like that. Like, I just was like, I got this car I really like. Let me put some, I don't know, mufflers on it or something. You know what I mean? And then that turned into
You
a
started
built
from
motor.
Mufflers to headers.
You know what I mean?
Bolt-ons. Now we got
full
cam,
bolt-ons. Then it became a cam. Then it was a boat. I mean, it just
built engine. It's a slippery slope.
A very
it's
slippery,
a very slippery
slope. So
It's a
for
very
me,
slippery slope.
it was like I just jumped off that bitch, and I was just like, all right. And now that guy has it, and he absolutely loves it. Good for him, man. I want something like the brand new ZR1 coming out the gate, warranted. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the benefit for like, I would say for people that aren't used to stuff breaking, like having that from the dealer is definitely a huge benefit. Being able to get 1,000 horsepower at the box with the factory warranty, like it's hard to beat that.
I mean, yeah, I would think. You know what I mean? I don't
Right.
know where else, but the T-Rex is nice. That's a lot of fun. I haven't done nothing to that. I need to get tires. Actually, I need to get tires and an alignment, but I might even need to show you. I got wheel locks, I think. I don't know. I'll show you when we walk out here. I had my car broken into the other day, so I'm like, did he take these? I got something in there. I'm like, I hope these are it. I don't know. Otherwise,
Right.
I don't know what I'm going to do to get these off, but got to go to Chris. But next year, I'm definitely going to make a plan to get it. I already know I'm coming right in. I'm going to do something, but I'll bolt-ons. Because bolt-ons a car like that, dude. Psh.
No, I will say the Hellcat platform with bolt-ons is insane.
Which
They have the
is
best
T-Rex.
bang for your buck as far as power gains, and compared to like Chevy, and I will say Ford is up there too now with the new Mustang Coyote.
Getting ready
engines.
to ask, but you think it's the Hellcat platform?
Like
the best.
if you're just doing bolt-ons to a supercharged vehicle, you're gonna do an upper pulley. You're doing headers and injectors and a cold air intake, 93 octane fuel. You're gonna make over 800 horsepower all day. To the end, like to the wheels.
To the wheels.
To the wheels.
Whatever happened to them demons?
Demons, those are really nice cars too. I mean, I feel like everybody got them as a collector's car.
No.
There's a few people that race them here and there, but like, I will say that was a really nice platform. They came out making 840 out of the box from the factory.
That ain't bad at all, bro.
Quarter mile time was estimated 940s or something like that, or 960s. So out the box is a really nice car for that.
I would say fucking that's pretty good.
I think the ZR1 ran the same time on factory wheels, whereas the Demon was on like a drag pack.
The new ZR1?
Yes. So they went 960 at 150 miles an hour, quarter mile.
But on factory wheels.
I believe so, yes.
So you put drag pack wheels on there.
Should run a low 9. With 150 mile an hour, you can run in a low 9 to a high 8 all day.
Just swapping some tires out, man. So, getting into more used cars, are you looking at expansion, other areas, territories? Or you just like where you're at?
The location we have is pretty prime because we have a huge lot in the back. It's fenced. We have, like, we're right off the main road, so I would say we'd get pretty good traffic passing by all day, every day. It's actually very busy as far as commercial over there, too.
So if somebody wants to take a look at, like, a used car, or they're considering a build for their whatever, Mustang, Audi, BMW, because you can do those too, by the way, that which is not normal. The new shop, right?
Yeah. So we've just started adding, like, doing Euro cars in performance. So I would say that, yeah, I guess that could count as, like, expansion. We're starting to tune the European cars as well. So I do have 2 tuners in-house. You know, Derek does all of our domestic stuff. And then we also have Habibi Sauce Tuning. He does a lot of our Fords, and he does Chevy and Dodge too, but he's been tinkering with the Euro cars. We've done a few Mercedes, some BMWs. The Infinity Market's already out there, but just adding the Euro cars and the newer ones, like, we've seen some really nice gains. Like, I want to say we had, I'd have to check his Instagram, but we just had a Mercedes come in bone stock, made 391 to the wheels, and just doing, like, catless downpipes, intakes on 93, it made 600. It's crazy.
A Mercedes. What kind of Mercedes?
I'm gonna have to take a look. Let me take a look.
That's badass, dude. That Andy sounds pretty good. AMG 63.
Yeah, actually, this is an AMG C63S.
Yeah, that
So,
sounds right.
Yeah, downpipes and intakes on 93 octane fuel.
Smoking.
391, and it came up to 611. So that's like 220 horsepower off of a tune and 2 modifications.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, all the new like Euro cars are like either 6-cylinder or 4-cylinder turbo, and honestly, those platforms are doing really good. You do like simple mods like that, they pick up a lot of power.
So if somebody's looking to get into this type of business, would you recommend it, or would you say like, look, this is a passion? Like
Performance-wise, it's not for the weak. I will say that. I would say this has to be a passion. Like you're gonna come in some days working a full 12-hour shift, and you might leave with negative money. Like you might leave on a loss sometimes. But like honestly, I haven't had that issue, but like it's definitely tough. You gotta love the game for sure. Especially with it being like a hobby thing. Like you're selling a hobby to people. Like you're not gonna just come to me, hey, I got to do performance to my car for me to be able to drive it to work. Like you wanted to make 900 horsepower for your weekend, for your weekend warrior.
Yeah, it's a want.
Yeah, it's more of a want than a need type deal. So the general maintenance stuff is like a need though, and that us bringing that in definitely helped a lot. And the used car sales also being, I think it's a need. A lot of people need a commuter vehicle.
I agree.
So adding stuff like that also helps generate sales.
I agree. I think that's very smart. I think that and your service stuff is very smart. And then you can, passion project other stuff. I mean, big tickets, selective on who your clients are, but get yourself the service day to day. Maybe the service stuff reminds me of like insurance, where like your life insurance, your auto and home pay the bills because it's the cheapest. Everybody has auto and home insurance, but your life insurance makes the money. And in this case, it's like your service and maybe even the selling pay the bills. And the performance tunes and stuff like that.
Basically, that's basically kind of the ordeal.
That's smart. So what's in store for the rest of 2025? I know you're getting married. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Big dog getting married, dude. When's that again? April?
Yeah, so that is in April.
How's Waleed? So he's one of two.
Wanted to make it today.
Damn.
I had a service manager in the office, and we went a different direction in the office because I feel like me and Waleed could have did a better job in the sales department. And honestly, we had our trust in this guy, and he did a pretty good job the past couple of years. But we started noticing a trend, and I personally wasn't in the office a lot, so I trust this guy, so I'm like, you know what? I'll come in a little late. I could leave a little early. And I just went on vacation like a couple months ago. I was gone for 2 months, so Waleed was taking care of the office. And he just noticed some small things he wanted to change that he thought we could improve on for sales. And starting with that was me and him would start taking all the phone calls, and we can cut back a little on cost with having an office manager. So... It is a slightly increased workload this upcoming year, but those changes have correlated to these last couple of months being really good.
Increased profits, which is what all that matters.
Right.
Once profits are high enough, you can go ahead and say, all right, well, we'll plop something back in. I get it. I did the same thing.
Right.
I made several cuts, and we're down to, you might be wearing 2 or 3 hats. That's all good because profit needs to be number one.
Right.
When profit's number one and profit's back up to at or above where it was consistently, then and only then we'll talk about basically firing somebody, you know what I'm saying, or firing myself. I mean, buying back my time. There's a book called Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell, and there's the buyback principle, the buyback loop or whatever, but audit your time, find out what you don't like doing, and replace it with something you do. You know what I mean? Delegate it and replace it with something that makes you money, basically. Sounds like that's kind of what you guys did.
Right, yeah.
Which... And I've done the same thing, man. And it's really, and we probably have a couple more we could do, but we're doing the best. We're all doing the best we can.
Right.
You know what I mean? But this year is going to be a great year, dude. I'm pumped. It's going to be a great year, dude. I'm really excited. I cannot wait to have to come see you, to be honest with you. I'm pumped.
I'm looking forward to it. Whatever car it is, ZR1, whatever. If you find yourself in a supercar, we can mess with that too.
Oh, I know you will. Family good?
Yeah, everybody's solid, man.
Waleed is his partner, by the way, who I just asked about. We'll show a picture of him just to show some love. But I love Waleed a lot. Waleed is, he's a lot of times he actually does a lot of the work, right?
Yeah, so like,
I don't know if he
as
still
far
does,
as
but he used to.
He still does. Like when I originally partnered with him, he was my mechanic, and he had his own shop. So I pitched him a idea for expanding his facility. I invested into it, and that's how our partnership came about. I would handle all the office stuff, and he was like the lead mechanic in the shop. So that was our idea, and that's how we came about. He still does a lot of the work at the shop. We do have 3 other technicians that do a great job, so he just oversees that, and he just helps me out in the office when needed now on the phones for sales on top of that.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. And hopefully you guys will continue to do that loop. You know what I mean? Like audit. All right, cool. We've got more guys here that are either as good or better than me, which is going to be hard to do, but still. And then where can I now make money at elsewhere? Maybe it's selling, like you said. So I think it's a very smart principle, man. So kudos to you guys, dude. I want to see y'all kill it this year, man, because we've all been the same. It's been a funk of a year, but I see it like, all right, light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to be a glorious year, man. Where can people find you, both the shop and yourself? All social medias, all that
You can
jazz.
find us on all social medias. We're on Instagram, Facebook. We have a YouTube channel, Carrera Performance TV.
Carrera.
Yep, that's right. So we actually just posted a video last week.
Carrera Performance TV?
Yeah, we were just on a hiatus for a couple of years before that, but we got a new camera woman. She's taking care of us now.
Hell yeah.
So
you're about to crank out some content.
Yeah, we're going to be cranking out some content.
So now's a great time to be checking out what they got going on.
Yeah, and you can obviously look us up on Google. We're very easy to find, Carrera Performance. Our address is 7961 Dorsey Run Road in Jessup. So,
performance, day-to-day, oil change, or used car. But honestly, man, if I can say anything, I like doing business with good people and people I know I can trust, and that's rare these days. And I can genuinely say that I've spent a lot of money with these guys. So, I don't know. If that means anything, give them a call. I trust them. They stand by their stuff. They're good dudes, good people. I'd rather spend my money with people like that than anybody else. So, my man, hopefully we can get you guys both in here, man. I'd like to get a little touch base.
Waleed was like, I was trying to see if we could do a virtual just so both of us could be here. But
well, we can do it does work better, like to his point, anytime we can get you in, it just does better.
Right.
Way better. But now that we've had you in, we could always do
yeah, I don't know if you come in on like the weekends doing this for segments.
Yeah. We do it on Saturdays.
If you do Saturdays, we can both definitely make it on a day.
Do Saturday. We'll just let him know, and we'll we just have to schedule it. That's
we can most definitely coordinate it.
I am in here on Saturday. I just got to get him in here on Saturday. So we will coordinate it next time to get you both in here so we can talk specifics. Especially, I'd like to do it hopefully when I have my toy so we can start talking about it. But that's come spring. So we'll get Waleed in here, his partner, and our good friend. Guys, check them out. They're great people and they do great work. And we will see you soon.